Hello, YouTube. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day and you're healthy and happy. And I'm doing well. I'm here in Texas. I decided to go ahead and do a video day since I'm in the South. Um, and to, what I wanted to talk about on this subject in this video is seeing yourself for the first time without your dentures. And I don't think there's anything that can prepare you for seeing yourself without your dentures other than psychologically. I don't know how you get over that. um, so basically your natural teeth support your gums, right? So you have a look to your face with your natural teeth, and of course we're all used to seeing that in the mirror every day. Your spouse is used to seeing that. Now when I got my immediate dentures, uh, what the dentures actually do is they wrap around your gum. So they wrap around the front, go up almost to the bottom of my nose here, and they come around, right? Same with the bottoms. And what they do is they filled out my cheeks and my lips, and according to my wife, it actually somewhat made me look younger. And I found that kind of interesting. And I know there's with dentures you can do an older, younger, natural look. There's certain looks that you can do with dentures. So I'm not sure if that's what my dentist ordered, with my denture, my immediate dentures, But when I went after 24 hours, I went to get an adjustment. I took out my dentures. She showed me how to take them out for the first time, and um, this for maybe the new denture wearers that are going to, or the people that are going to end up getting dentures. What you want to do is stick your finger in your mouth, and your fingers in your mouth is what I say. And what you're going to do is grab the upper inside of your denture, and you're just going to kind of push it down until it'll create a vacuum on the top of the roof of your mouth. You want to break that vacuum, and you'll be able to take your upper dentures out. The lower the same way. You stick your thumbs in, you'll be able to pull that plate up and take it out of your mouth. And there's a lot of videos online of how to clean your dentures, and I use Polydent overnight soak, antibacterial soak, and I use, I believe it's Fixodent um, denture paste, which is like toothpaste, but it's not. It doesn't have the abrasive in it, so it's not going to scratch your dentures. But you'll be able to clean your dentures, because what's going to happen is in this healing process, you're going to have, I forget exactly what it's called, but a lot of people refer to it as slime. And what it is it's the healing process of your gums. You're going to have a white, clear film in your mouth, and that's natural, right? Don't be embarrassed by it. You may have a little bit of bad breath because of the bacteria that's in your mouth, and you're going to take out your dentures over the sink, and be sure to put water in the sink, because I've dropped my dentures in the sink, and I don't know how, by the grace of God, they didn't break. And how I saw another thing to fill the sink up with water. That cushions the denture from hitting the bottom of the hard sink, and they won't break, or hopefully they won't break. And what I do is I take my dentures out, I run them under the sink, and I set them aside on a towel. I take them out individually. I don't take them out together. I don't try and take them out together at the same time. And I rinse and brush them individually. Okay, so I clean my upper plate, then I clean my lower plate. Then I put them into the denture bath. And one thing, uh, I was under the impression that I had to go buy a denture bath, a denture brush. One thing I'd love to tell you all is that your dentist is going to give you a denture bath, which I wish I would have known because I went out and bought my own. And they're not that expensive, they're a couple bucks. But now I have two because the dentist's office gave me one. And I have three denture brushes because I bought one. And then one came with my denture paste. So when you go to buy denture paste, check the box if you can open it to see if there's a denture brush in there. It might be a little small one, but actually it's good enough to brush your dentures with. So unless you want a larger denture brush, but you'll get that actually from your dental office post extraction. So save yourself a few bucks and wait till you go to your dentist and get your denture bath and your denture brush from them. You'll have to buy the paste. A lot of people use either Dawn or Dial antibacterial soap to clean their dentures, and they say with the Dial a little goes a long way, so you don't have to use a lot. The objective is basically to get any bacteria, food, anything like that off of your dentures. You put them in if you put them in water, then you want to use an antibacterial cleaner, right? Either paste or soap before you put them in the water. If that's what you're doing, if you're soaking them in water overnight. I went ahead and picked up the Polydent because it's not that expensive, and they come out pretty clean in the morning, and they don't have an odd taste to them. You rinse them, don't put them directly in your mouth. Go ahead and rinse them under the sink, and then you can put them in. And the denturist told me to put them in wet. That's the best way. It helps them slip over your gum a little easier. I'm sorry, these flies want to be in my video for some reason. And so, um, getting back to what I was talking about. So after 24 hours, went to the dentist. Uh, they did an adjustment, and she had warned me, "Oh, don't be shocked when you see yourself without your teeth, because you don't have your natural teeth supporting your lips any longer." And I just kind of laughed about it because I didn't know what she was talking about. And I said, "Oh, okay, okay." And I took my phone in the dental office and I put on like a selfie mode, and I looked at myself and I looked pretty normal, right? But I was holding my mouth open because of essentially the pain, right? I didn't want to touch my gums together, not that they do touch together. I didn't want to touch my gums with my teeth or anything really at that point because I was really, you have almost like a constant mild, like almost like a really, really mild toothache is kind of what I experienced until the pain pills or the Tylenol and the Motrin that you take or pain pills kind of kick in, and it'll stop that. But when I went to the dentist, uh, I was coming kind of to the end where I needed to take some more Motrin basically, and so she adjusted my dentures. They felt great actually after she adjusted them. And she had told me that, and I just laughed about it because I didn't think anything of it until that night when I got home and I took out my dentures and I was cleaning them and my head's down, right? And I'm cleaning my dentures and I take my bottom plate out and I went to do my saltwater irrigation. And what they suggest within the first 3 days is you just put salt water in your mouth and you kind of move your head around like this. And the salt is going to burn your gums. Oh, it's going to burn. Um, but it's going to help you heal faster, believe it or not. Um, so, and I spit out the salt water And I came up and saw myself really for the first time without dentures. And I almost, honestly, it sounds funny, I wanted to cry. I looked like I aged 30, 40 years. And the first thought in my mind was like, what did I do? Why did I get all my teeth extracted? I look so old. And, you know, I almost passed out for lack of a better explanation. I was so shocked at how I looked. And I was so embarrassed. And I said, oh, I can't let my wife see me without my teeth. And what is she going to think? I look like an old man. And as it is, she thinks I'm old anyway. You know, I have health issues. I had to retire early from my career, working security for the federal government, contract, and I couldn't do that any longer because my health was just starting to deteriorate. And I don't know if that was because of my teeth, my diabetes, what it was. I can tell you I do feel a little bit healthier um, post extractions, and you know I still need to get my diabetes under control, but that's going to be a struggle in itself. And we all go through it. All us diabetics go through it. There's no if anybody tells you that they're not having troubles with it and they're fine and they're good and they're healthy, that's an anomaly. Every diabetic that I know is struggling with their glucose levels and keeping everything in check. And you don't want to go the full keto diet. Even the gentleman who was on keto was having trouble with his sugars, and he wasn't eating anything that no bread, no sugars, none of that stuff. So it's all about taking your medications. Basically, is what I'm finding, and monitoring yourself and monitoring what you eat. So back to the subject is I don't know what would prepare you for seeing yourself for the first time. But after that, I kind of hid it from my wife, that I wasn't wearing my teeth. And I figured out how to hold my mouth so, my um, gums wouldn't look, or my lips wouldn't look sunken. And um, uh, it took me a little bit of time. I'm still learning how to talk without my teeth, and it's going to be a process to learn how to talk with my teeth as well. And my gums don't touch, so I have a tendency to stick my tongue between my gums with my lips closed, and that kind of allowed. And when I first started going toothless, my jaw muscles hurt because they're not used to holding my mouth, my lower jaw. I could close my teeth and clench them, and I had some support for those muscles. Now I don't have that, and so that was an experience, uh, and it's gotten better. It's gotten better. I'm gotten to the point where I can hold my mouth at a certain um, gap, and my muscles seem to kind of relax, like I have my teeth, my natural teeth in, or my dentures in. But like I say, I don't know what can prepare you for seeing yourself without your dentures for the first time, and it's a struggle because it all everybody who has dentures, full dentures, or even partial dentures go through this, and that it's talked about a little bit on YouTube, but not in depth. And my wife seeing me for the first time, her her response was like, "That's you without your teeth." And I was like, yeah, I don't have my teeth in. And that was because my gums were hurting so much. By the third third day of the evening, I took them out and I kind of sat on the day bed, sat away from my wife, and she could tell something was different about me because I wasn't really interacting with her. I was just watching TV. I was really just trying to rest because I was still in pain. And so she got this really funny look on her face, and I asked her, and she never answered me. But I think she had a, she, I don't know. I don't want to interpret what she may have thought. I asked her, she didn't answer. She probably thought I looked super old because I didn't have my teeth in. And so the next day I got up, I took my son to preschool, I put my teeth in, and made it through that experience. Got home, took them out right away, rinsed them, put them in back into a bath, and went the rest of the day that day without my dentures. And that night I just decided I can't put these dentures in. They're my gums are still sore, and it's gonna hurt me to put these in. So I'm just not gonna do it. And I went and picked them up without my teeth in. And I noticed the girls there at the preschool were looking at me, probably wondering, wow, man, he looks different. What's different about him? And nobody's going to know whether you're toothless or you have dentures in unless you tell them. Honestly, let's just be honest. You're going to look different, and they're going to try and figure out what's going on with you. And they may stare. It made me a little bit uncomfortable, and they still do because I walk around without my teeth, and they're trying to figure out what's going on. And but I just smile with my mouth closed, you know, and go about my day. I'm not trying to impress anybody. Um, I'm not trying to look younger than I am, and you know, um, all that at my age is behind me. So, I'm not going to go to plastic surgery. I'm not a celebrity or anything like that. So, yeah, it was a process. Even like I say, I didn't want to be seen by my spouse. I really didn't want to be seen by anybody. I try to puff out my lips. When I went into the preschool, um, but you kind of have to adjust. It's going to take a few days to adjust, and you'll learn how you feel comfortable without your teeth and talking to people and interacting with people. And some people are going to understand, some people don't aren't. Like we went out to breakfast one morning, and I got oatmeal, and the waitress asked me, or the server, I should say, asked me, "Oh, do you want the meal? Do you want toast and bacon or sausage and this with your oatmeal?" And I had to just pointedly tell her, "Well, I'm actually in the process of healing my mouth because I don't have any teeth." And she nodded and she understood. And it wasn't anything. She was like, "Oh, okay. No big deal." She's in her early 20s. And I got my oatmeal, got the little fruit they put on top of it on the side, and gave that to my son and my wife to eat. And enjoyed my oatmeal, had a cup of coffee, and it was great just getting out of the house, being in public, and that really changed my perspective about going toothless. And now I doing my videos without my teeth in, you know, and it's not a matter of like, oh, I don't care what anybody thinks. Of course, we all care what somebody thinks and how we look. That's a human condition. There's no getting over it, no getting around it. And I just look at it, why am I going to force myself to wear my dentures that are painful and I need to actually put them in to see if they're going to hurt me because I'm healed up a little bit more now that I can eat soft foods without my teeth. And so I might do a video about that just to talk about it. Why not? That's part of the reality of being a denture wearer. And so I've gotten to the point to where I'm comfortable being without my teeth, and I don't want to be so comfortable that I never want to wear my immediate dentures. Why pay for something that you don't use? It's like going and buying a car and then you never drive it. You walk everywhere. That sounds absolutely ridiculous to me. And why would I put my that expense you know on my family to have bought me something that I don't use? I think that would be a waste. So just be prepared. Um, if you do go the full denture route or even partials, you get an upper plate, you're going to look different with your dentures. Yeah, you're going to look younger and all that, and you know, but don't do this out of vanity. Please don't do this out of vanity. You know, because you want to look younger or you want to look nicer for somebody else. Okay, at some point you have to take your teeth out. If you become a boyfriend or girlfriend or husband, a wife, a significant other, a partner, whatever, at some point you're going to have to take your teeth out in front of those people, that person, right? And you don't know how they're going to react, you know. And I I want to do a video like an interview with my wife about the first time that she saw me without my teeth, and I don't know if she'll do it for YouTube. I'm going to talk to her about it and see what she thinks. This is something I've been kind of tossing around the last couple days since I started making YouTube videos, and I want to get her real raw reaction, but I don't think she's honest. She's going to be honest, you know, because she's not going to want to hurt my feelings, and so yeah, just be prepared. You have to, if you go through this process, um, you can't wear your dentures all the time. There's no way. I know there's some people out there who said, one YouTuber who says that he wears them like his natural teeth, and that's going to cause thrush. That's going to cause bone loss. There's a lot of different complications you get from not resting your gums or your bone ridges in your mouth. And, you know, so please don't do that. Don't think that oh, I'm going to get a full extraction. I'm going to wear my dentures like natural teeth 24 hours a day. My wife, my partner, my significant other is never going to know that I don't have my natural teeth. Um, that's not a solution. Okay. You're better off flossing, getting dental cleanings, trying to keep your natural teeth if that's what you're thinking. Honestly. Okay. Just keep your natural teeth. And like I always say, floss them if you got them, because I wouldn't be in this situation had someone down the line told me, floss your teeth, brush your teeth, um, use an oil rinse, buy Listerine. I don't care if it burns. You'll get used to it. Use it, use it, use it. It's going to help you. It's going to keep your gums healthy. It's going to keep your teeth healthy. Maybe I would have got another. I probably could have avoided this whole procedure. Maybe I could have got another 10 years out of my dentures, I mean, my natural teeth, excuse me, you know, but I didn't go that route, you know, and I took the chance of getting full dentures just because we have the money. And maybe 10 years down the line, I'm not going to have the money, or maybe 10 years down the line, I'm going to have a heart attack because of my bad teeth, you know. These are things, health concerns that I had to think about when I got this done. And those may not be the same health concerns for you. You know, don't do this for vanity. For God's sake, don't do this. It's not a fun process. There's nothing sexy about it. Um, you know, believe me, there's nothing. Seeing yourself is going to be shocking. It's going to be life changing. This procedure in itself is life changing. So I'm going to end the video there. I hope everybody, like I said, is healthy and happy. And, you know, if you're getting ready to start this process, I hope I can impart a little bit of information to you, maybe help you seek out some other options than just going what the dentist says. Like I said, 20 years ago, that dentist was dead wrong. Dead wrong. I got 24 years, 23 years, even 20 years more out of my natural teeth. But with the amount of infections I was having, I was concerned that it would affect my heart or affect my body in a different way. And that's the reason why I decided to get full dentures. And luckily, that was an option for me at this point. And, but, like I say, I wish I would have explored the cheaper options first. And now this is permanent. I can't go back, so I don't have any regrets. I'm just rambling and saying that I should have. Hindsight's 2020. That's what they say. So take care, everybody. I hope you're healthy, happy, and if you floss them, like I say, if, I'm sorry, I said that wrong. Like I always say, if you have them, floss them. It's less than a penny to get some dental floss, and it may change your life. Take care, YouTube.